And that is our look at sport.
Thank you, Adam. Stay with us. Lauren Kemp has all of your local Hunter weather details next.
A help company would respond to the rise in extreme weather events by creating Help Nation, a nationwide initiative to help get communities prepared for them. So, that's what we're doing. NRMA Insurance, a help company.
NBN News Rewind, proudly brought to you by Port Waratah Coal Services. Supporting local, employing local. It's who we are.
Now to our weekly Rewind series. Tonight, a look back at sport from our early years of broadcast. And a shout out to our own Stu McDonald, who works tirelessly on these much-loved snapshots of our history.
From the beginning of broadcast in 1962, NBN News was in the community, informing viewers of the latest sporting action in our region. Tournaments and events kept our cameras busy capturing the lives of locals, interacting for friendship, fitness and recreation. Weekly fixtures and grand finals were covered, along with individual pursuits like karate and golf. Athletics in Cessnock or competition at the local sports ground. Events included the 100-yard dash, javelin throw and high jump in 1964. Friendly competition between Upper Hunter schools in 1967 saw visitors Muswellbrook take on home team Scone in basketball, softball and swimming. The Central Coast Youth Club held their trampolining championships in 1970. And a treat for young cricket fans at Gloucester Primary School, Australian batsman and off-spin bowler Neil Harvey offering playing tips to the youngsters. It's an unforgettable experience in 1971.
Transform your home into a haven with cool, pure, clean air, creating a world of perfect comfort. Take your home to the next level with the Air Specialists.
It was a lovely end to the weekend after rain and storms east of the Divide overnight. I hope you got a chance to soak up the sun. We can expect clouds to linger for most of this week as an unstable air mass sticks around and draws in moisture. There were light to moderate showers in northern parts of the country and inland Queensland in the last 24 hours. Slightly heavier downpours here in the northern rivers, while areas of the mid-north coast registered 50 millimetres. A series of low-pressure troughs are leading to a build-up of clouds throughout our interior and eastern states, but it's the top-end storm season that will really start to switch on now. There's been a pretty significant build-up to the upcoming wet season, with weeks of above-average temperatures not seen in years. It's a similar forecast in our patch for at least the next couple of days, not due to tropical moisture, but rather a sandwich of sorts of contrasting air pressure, with two highs squeezing a much smaller area of low pressure between them. A combination of instability and onshore flow means it could be a stormy week across inland New South Wales and southeast Queensland, potentially setting the tone for a more active than usual few months ahead. Mid-30s the top in Broome, Darwin and the Alice tomorrow. Pretty standard temperatures further east, the chance of a shower or two in Brisbane and a top of 25 degrees. Much the same here in Sydney, but cooler conditions will be felt further south, including Tasmania. Mostly sunny throughout the Hunter and Central Coast today, but that strong nor'easterly influence was certainly felt. Winds picking up to over 30 k's an hour along the coast, getting up to 22 in Cessnock and 23 in Singleton. Those winds should drop back a little tomorrow afternoon, while showers are set to close in during the morning hours and again later in the evening. It will be a fairly cool start, but typical mid-spring temperatures will be the top for most places, topping out at 23 at Toronto tomorrow, 24 in Newcastle and 23 at the Bay. As we head further inland, we can expect low to mid-20s to be the top from the valley right to throughout the Upper Hunter, topping out at 24 in Muswellbrook there. Coastal conditions for tomorrow, 2 metre seas with a 2 metre swell. High tide around 6:30 in the morning with the low at midday. Sun to rise at 6:12 and setting at 7:06. A little rain on the cards in Newcastle for the next few, along with the chance of storms at least until the middle of the week. Clouds briefly clearing there from Thursday, with warmth returning on Friday, topping in the high 20s. A slightly higher chance of storms developing midweek in Scone and surrounds. Light to moderate rain expected until then as well, but it could be a sunnier lead into the new weekend. And a few millimetres of rain possible in Gosford almost each of the next 7, reaching up to the low to mid-20s through to next Sunday, when the rain is set to ease. And checking out the surf, it was a little bit of a struggle for anyone looking for a clean break along Newcastle's beaches today, with a relatively small and messy swell at Newcastle. We can expect this to pick up a little tomorrow, but it's set to be gloomier overhead, maybe worth holding out for later in the week.
And that is the NBN News for this Sunday. The late news is coming up tonight at 9:40. Thanks for your company. From all the news team here, good night.